Nu si Wakad Hello Dotor, brought to you by Wakad Hospitals, enhancing quality of life.
नमस्कार. हॅलो दोतोर कार्यावळीन तुमकां सगळ्यांक येवकार. हॅलो दोतोर ह्या भलायकी विशयक कार्यावळीन आज आमचे बरोबर आसात डॉक्टर के दीपक मूर्ती ENT म्हणजे कान नाक आनी ताळो हाचे तज्ञ दोतोर आनी ही आसा तांची वळख.
डॉक्टर दीपक मूर्तीन आपले मेडिकल शिक्षण मेडिकल कॉलेज कर्नाटकाच्यान मेळयलां. फुडें तांणी टाटा मेमोरियल हॉस्पिटलांत काम केलां. तशेंच तांणी बरेच इंटरनॅशनल पब्लिकेशन्स बरयल्या. तांचो स्पेशल इंट्रस्ट म्हळ्यार लेजर सर्जरी, सायनस सर्जरी, स्नोरिंग डिसऑर्डर, हियरिंग इम्पेरमेंट आनी एंडोस्कोपी आसा. डॉक्टर मूर्तीक ह्या क्षेत्रांत 20 वर्सांचो अनुभव आसा.
डॉक्टर नमस्कार. आय वेलकम यू फॉर दीस प्रोग्राम. एक गोश्ट मातशें लक्षांत दवरात की तुमच्यांनी कोंकणीन प्रश्न विचारूं येता. डॉक्टर इंग्लिशीन जाप दितले, हांव मदीं इंटरप्रेट करून तुमकां सांगपाचो प्रयत्न करतलो. कान नाक आनी ताळो हाचे विशयी जे प्रश्न आसात म्हणजे उदाहरणार्थ सायनसचे प्रॉब्लेम, परत परत थंडी जावप, शिको येवप, कानान आयकूंक येना, कानांतल्यान उदक येता, कान दुखता, ताळ्यान परत परत इन्फेक्शन जावप, फेरिंजायटीस, टॉन्सिलायटीस ह्या सारख्या खंयच्योय वयामानांतले म्हणजे ल्हान भुरग्यांचे पासून ते जाणट्या पर्यंतचे जे प्रश्न आसात ते तुमच्यान आमकां विचारूं येतात. तज्ञ दोतोर आमचे बरोबर आसात डॉक्टर के दीपक मूर्ती आणि डॉक्टर आय वेलकम यू. नमस्कार.
Thank you. Namaskar.
Just to set the ball rolling, I would like to ask you, which are the cases commonly seen in Goa which requires prompt attention, can be managed in time if proper attention given, early attention is given?
Children who have throat problems and cough and cold
Yeah.
need to be managed early either by an ENT surgeon or by a pediatrician. Because the complications of cough and cold, if not attended properly, can be sometimes very bad. Apart from that, of course, sudden losses in hearing needs to be attended immediately because sometimes you can get that hearing back. If there is a delay, then you lose that hearing forever. Breathing difficulties, whether it's in a child or an adult, must be attended to very early. If there's a delay, there'll be other complications. In my mind, these are
Basic
conditions which
require-
occur in everyday life
and ignored sometimes.
and ignored sometimes. which
Proper
need to be
attention is
attended.
not given.
Yes.
Doctor, I want to ask you one more question. Often, some of the problems related to ENT or otherwise also are associated with the sleep. I want what is your expert opinion on this?
No, I'm glad you brought this up. Increasingly, we find that the 8 hours of sleep that people have
Yeah.
are not being attended to carefully by the medical community. We look at all the problems that we have in the waking hours, cough, cold, fever,
Correct,
diarrheas, headaches,
Everything.
all that is attended to.
Yeah.
But the 8 hours of sleep we ignore. And now in the last 10 years, we have seen that medical science has shown that people who have increasing snoring problems, apnea, which means they stop actually breathing for moments during the sleep, will have diabetes, hypertension, other disorders.
Oh,
Yes, absolutely.
acha. Is it because of what is correlation? Just means what is observed?
Yes,
correlation?
it's like a computer.
Yeah.
The brain is like a computer. The computer is not shutting down,
Oh,
and that is going to heat up the system. So the brain has to shut down for 8 hours during sleep, one. The body has to breathe right. If you're snoring heroically, which means very, very loudly,
Yeah.
obviously there is an obstruction somewhere. You're struggling to breathe.
acha.
A lot of human beings, including monkeys, tend to snore. But heroic snoring, where the snoring is so bad that it is obstructive, such people have decreased oxygenation. And when we do sleep studies at various hospitals now, we actually find that the heart rate during sleep can be as high as 115 to 140, whereas it should be actually 72 when you're sleeping. The blood pressure fluctuates. The saturation of oxygen in the blood actually drops down to as low as 85 or less, whereas the saturation in the normal person should be close to 92 plus, at least even up to 100. So these abnormalities, will reflect on the body elsewhere in the daytime. So he'll have hypertension, he'll have diabetes,
ओके
which is stress related. This is a stress.
सो दिस इज व्हेरी इंटरेस्टिंग की आमकां युजली अशें दिसता सर्वसामान्य मनशाक की आमी जागे आसतना जी आमकां दुयेंस जाता म्हणजे तकली फोडटा ताळो दुखता जोर येता खोकली येता पोटान वळटा हे सगळे घेवन आमी दोतोरा कडेन वतात पण खुबशे फावटी आमच्यो न्हीद सारकी जायना न्हीद व्यवस्थीत जायना आनी केन्ना खूब लोक मोठ्यान घोर येतात आनी हाका लागूनय वेगवेगळी दुयेंसां आसूं शकता की दीस मे बी द अर्ली सायन्स ऑल्सो की जाच्या लागून आमकां कळूं शकता की डायबिटीस ह्या मनशाक जावं शकता हायपर टेन्शन प्रेसांवाची दुयेंस जावं शकता आनी अशा प्रकारची वेगळी कितकीशींच दुयेंसां जावं शकतात जी आमकां न्हिदेंतल्यान त्याचे रिफ्लेक्शन अर्ली स्टेजीर कळटात आनी डॉक्टरान सांगलां की जेन्ना आमी न्हिदेचे अशे प्रॉब्लेम आसतात ते घेवन सुद्दां दोतोरा कडेन एड्रेस करपाक जाय आनी आय थिंक बिकॉज म्हणजे आतां जी टॅक्नोलॉजी उपलब्ध आसा तातूंतल्यान आमकां हे सगळे आमी मॉनिटर करूं शकता की ह्या मनशाचो राती प्रेशर कितलो आशिल्लो ताचे ब्लड सॅच्युरेशन कितलें आशिल्लें ताचें ऑक्सिजन सॅच्युरेशन कितलें आशिल्लें हे सगळे जे प्रॉब्लेम आसा ते मॉनिटर करूं येता त्या प्रमाणे ताका ट्राय ट्रिटमेंटूय दिवं शकता म्हणजे इट इज नॉट समथींग लायक तुका राती तुका कितलो आशिल्लो तो आमकां आतां खबर ना अशें म्हणूं शकना आमी डॉक्टर देर इज वन क्वेश्चन
Yes.
हॅलो
Hello.
या
Doctor, I'm Anna Graces from Chimbel.
या
And I had one problem. My left side of my hand is paining and I'm getting some lumps. And I done my thyroid test and all. And the normal value is 60 by 181. So is there any problem between my ears or anything?
No, actually I didn't get your problem properly. Are you talking about thyroid swelling or you are talking about ear?
Thyroid.
So
Because that vein from my elbow is paining.
So your thyroid reports are within the normal range because each company is having their different parameters. So first, because it is marked actually on that dark letters or either they underline the report. So what is your report saying?
My report is that thyroid Ronnie is 105.0 mg and the normal value is 60-181.
Okay, so it is normal. Okay, correct. Yeah, next.
The next is T4561 UGDL.
Yeah.
Then the normal value is 45126.
Yeah,
She's all right. She's okay.
Actually, see, all your thyroid reports are within the normal range. But is it painful? Means why is that because of pain you had gone to the doctor?
Yeah.
Correct? And that pain is not in the throat, but in the
Not in the throat, on my shoulder and at the elbow side, like. I
How
get
old
the
are
lump.
you?
I am 50 years old.
The pain in the shoulder and the elbow may not have any relationship to the thyroid. Your thyroid is functioning normally, but did you have an ultrasound done of the thyroid also in the past?
No.
Now, it's a good idea to have an ultrasound done since you are concerned
Okay.
at any local laboratory. Most radiology or X-ray laboratories now do ultrasonography of the thyroid,
Okay.
right? But the pain in the elbow and the shoulder is not related to the thyroid.
And the lumps on my hand.
The lump on the hand will have to be shown to a local surgeon, and he will evaluate that lump. But it's not related to the thyroid in any which way.
yeah. And if that lump is soft, it may be because of some lipoma or something. I don't think it is a matter of concern, but you consult your surgeon. That is the best.
But the lump has been there since many years.
I think it is disconnected. Okay, I think doctor, we have got another call. Hello.
नमस्कार डॉक्टर.
Hello.
हॅलो नमस्कार डॉक्टर.
नमस्कार.
बुधवारची वाट पळत असता कोणतो डॉक्टर येतात किती माहिती मिळतात
इट इज अ प्लेजर. खूप बरें दिसलें की तुमच्यासारखे लोक आमच्या कार्यावळीची वाट पळयतात आणि तुमच्यासारख्या कार्यावळींचे वाटेकरी लोक घेतात त्यात आमची उर्बा वाडटा आमचे चैतन्य वाडटा आणि बरे दोतोर आमी ह्या कार्यक्रमात हाडटा. इनफॅक्ट डॉक्टर दीपक मुर्ती आसा ही इज अ व्हेरी रिनाउंड ENT स्पेशलिस्ट. इनफॅक्ट त्यांचे अपॉइंटमेंट सुद्धा मेळपाक डिफिकल्ट असता. आणि तुमचे प्रश्न विचारात.
माझो प्रश्न स्पेशल आहे ते 2 वर्षा भितरली जी भुरगीं असतात त्यांना स्टिफ नोज जातकच नेब्युलायझर परते रिपीटेडली दिल्यार वेदर इट इज हार्मफुल और कशी कितें कारण हो एक प्रश्न. आणि दुसरो प्रश्न माझो असा की कानाकही प्रेशर असता अशें आमी काहीतरी वाचला. वेदर इट इज रियली ट्रू दॅट इयर प्रेशर इज देअर अँड वॉट आर द इंडिकेशन आणि ट्रीटमेंट. आणि जुने जाणते लोक घरातले आजी वगैरे असले सांगत असले की कानात तेल घालपाकच जाय. पण आता आम्ही डॉक्टरांकडून ऐकता की कानात तेल घालपाचे ना. सो एक्झॅक्टली व्हॉट इज द रिझन अँड प्लीज गाईड अस प्रॉपर्ली.
Okay. The gentleman has 3 questions.
I understand.
Yeah,
yes,
okay.
I understand.
First is he was asking about a nebulizer. To use of nebulizer, frequent use of nebulizer, can it be harmful to nose mechanism?
No.
Anatomy.
No, there is no problem with the frequent use of nebulizer to the nose or the ears or the throat.
Yeah.
The nebulizer is basically been given to relieve the respiratory complaints, and the nebulizer is not under high pressure either.
Yeah.
So it's absolutely safe for a 2-year-old child. The second is about the pressure in the ear. Yes, it's a fact. We do a test called tympanometry to look at the middle ear pressure, which is the pressure behind the eardrum. And basically, the pressure inside the ear should be equal to the pressure inside the throat, which is equal to atmospheric pressure. There's not much of a difference. So, for instance, if you are traveling in an aircraft, you will suddenly find that the pressure in the ear will change because it is adjusting the pressure. But a nebulizer will not affect ear pressure at all.
Okay. Okay.
The third question he had
Was about.
is he on the line?
No, he's not on the line. Yeah, he asked something. Okay, suddenly I made it. Okay, in the meantime, we'll take another question.
Sure.
Hello.
हॅलो
Yeah. विचारात.
हॅलो दोतोर
हाँ.
भुरग्यांक ल्हान एक ओरोस जायचे पयलीं देखून गोडे गोडे बोन येता थंडी जाता मागीर दोतोरागेर वयले म्हणटरी तेका ते वास दिता मागीर 2 दीस बरें जाता मागीर पोतून जाता मागीर तेगे दोड मोठे जावन येताय काड जाताय मागीर पोतून थंड जाता मागीर कान दुखोन लागता ते मागीर गोड दुखोन लागता मागीर एंटीबॉले गेले म्हणटरी ते थोडे रिलीफ दिताय मागीर तेगे पोतून जाता आनी मागीर भुरगो आडत आडत तितल्यान ते वखदय बऱ्यापणा अशें मागीर चड चड जाता आनी दुसरो प्रश्न म्हळ्यार आतां हाडलो मनशांक गोडे गोडे हुकली मारता थंड जाता वास येयलो म्हणटरी शिंको येता मागीर ते दोतोरा बल्यार दोतोर सिनारीस दिता मागीर 2 दीस बऱ्या पडटा मागीर पोतून जाता इन्फेक्शन जालें म्हणटाय आनी आतां तुवें सांगिलां दोतोरा बगले गेले दोतोर सगलें चॅक कोत म्हूण आनी जायते पाटी दोतोर ते भाशेन चॅक कोनाय तूं गेलो मातशें तुका चोयलें काना चोयलें मागीर वखदां दिलें अशें करून 2-4 रेसीप दिताय 2-4 फावट केलें म्हणटरी आमी मागीर त्या दोतोरागे बऱ्या पडना म्हणटाय दुसऱ्या दोतोरा बगले वयताय तोरे हितून कोणाक चूक जाता आनी कोण भाशेन कोचें तें मातशें सांग.
How old is the child?
कितले तुजो भुरगो कितक्या वर्साचो आसा?
Okay. We'll take up
years, I
this
think she
question.
mentioned,
We'll take up this question. Children most often will have frequent respiratory problems, throat problems, and ear problems. That is why the ear, nose, and throat is one department. Otherwise, it would be ear and eyes and nose, but no, because these areas are all linked together. Children who go to school or children who are playing with other children will very often pick up infections which are community infections, herd infections, yes. They'll pick them up and they'll manifest most often with these symptoms. And these are recurrent symptoms, which means any child will have up to maybe 4 or 5 episodes of cough, cold, fever, which is actually good for the child because it actually helps his immunity, his or her immunity. The second thing is maybe the child is having this problem because of allergies, seasonal allergies.
Correct.
In that case also it will manifest with cough, cold and running nose and nasal block. And the mother mentioned that when they give Cinerest, which is what is an commonly used antihistaminic here, it will relieve those symptoms. I don't see any reason for concern, but the child must be checked out for recurrent tonsillitis and adenoids. That must be checked out because recurrent tonsillitis and adenoids can cause ear disorders, and in the past it used to cause cardiac disorders, also rheumatic heart disease. We don't see it so much anymore.
माझ्या बाय तुका कळ्ळें आसतलें की दोतोरान सांगलें की परत थंडी जाता एक वेळ टॉन्सिलाचो त्रास आसूं शकता किंवा फॅरिंग्स मातशें चॅक करचें पडटलें त्याचे एडिनॉइड चॅक करचें पडटलें आनी अशें ल्हान भुरग्यांक इन्फेक्शन जावप तशें व्हडलेशें रॅर न्हय कॉमन इन्फेक्शन भुरग्याची प्रतिकार शक्ती वाडटा गरजे प्रमाणे वखदां दिवप किंवा दोतोरा कडेन व्हरप गरजेचें आनी म्हाका दिसता दोतोर विल डू द रायट जस्टीस आनी योग्य दोतोर जो ENT स्पेशलिस्ट स्पेशली जर तुमी गेले जाल्यार तुमकां योग्य ते मार्गदर्शन करतलो. डॉक्टर, दॅट क्वेश्चन आय रिमेंबर शी वॉज आस्किंग वेदर टू यूज ऑयल.
Yes, wonderful question. There's a question many people ask. There is nothing wrong in using coconut oil or olive oil. These two oils are safe for human consumption and for application. In many states, they actually apply mustard oil or coconut oil in the body and give the child a bath, or even adults take a bath with that. The body tolerates it well. So they can use a drop of coconut oil. I do advise a lot of my patients to do that. inside the ear without warming it,
Ah.
without putting anything else in it.
Oh.
Some people like to put tulsi
Yeah.
or something